But people in the know, people who are clear, give up using that word coincidence because it's not coincidence. It's co-creation. It is the natural effect of what happens when one steps into their clarity, their knowing, their empowerment. Welcome to Worthiness Wednesday. I'm Perry Gruber, the Enlightenment Guy. For over a decade, I've helped people master their mindsets so they can create lives they love and get results without the burnout or the hustle. And today, oh my goodness, I want to share a client's experience wherein he manifested his version of the charmed life. I should say, he is manifesting his version of the charmed life. And in doing so, he's realizing that my version, what I have been telling all of my clients about the magical nature of my life, is actually accurate because he's now creating his version of the charmed life. It's such a good experience when I work with clients and clients realize their version of the charmed life, where everything is happening for them in an effortless way, where they're seeing the divine synchronicities that are occurring as a result of them expressing their expansion in physical reality, and the universe loving them, lovingly responding to that expansion by delivering to them all manner of surprising and delightful manifestations. It's so good knowing that. And I try to impart this to my clients on a weekly basis, but sometimes, like this client, they don't believe what I'm saying. Sometimes they think the things I say are too good to be true until they have their own version of it. It's so good. It's so good co-creating client experiences through a co-creative venture with the universe and all that is. The universe and all that is helping me, assisting me in uplifting clients by providing clients experiences, the evidence they need to move into the vibration that I live on a consistent basis. So this client, he's been working with me for quite some time. He is in the advanced practice. And yet he's held on to long-term doubt about the things I would say when I come to the session, because I would come to the session, as I usually do, high flying, and I would talk about how glorious my life is and how amazing the meditations are that I'm having, the alternate dimension travels I'm having while in meditation, the experiences I'm having as I'm merging more with the probable future reality in which I am shape-shifting, and my dream experiences, as I'm sharing these unabashedly with clients, not to boast, but to give them a sense of what's in store for them. As I share these stories, sometimes the clients don't believe me. Sometimes they think I'm, as this client says, full of shit, until they have their own version of what I'm experiencing. And when that happens, they cannot help but believe. Abraham says, words don't teach, and they're right. I'm a windbag of words. It's words through which I try to communicate to my clients the possibilities that exist in the charmed life. But it's their life experience that demonstrates the accuracy of my words. And when they start having their experiences mirror in their life what I'm talking about happening in my life, then they come to believe. They begin to develop enough evidence. They begin to allow enough evidence to show them that what I'm talking about is real. Then they want to have more, like this client you're about to hear. And after that, after they fill a basket of evidence that they are eternal beings having a spiritual experience here in physical reality, then they begin to trust that basket of evidence. There's so much evidence, they just trust. And when that happens, they are in the state of maximum allowing. Maybe not the maximum allowing, because maximum allowing happens when you know, but I'll get to that in a second. When they trust, because of the mountain of evidence they've produced in their own life experience, that what I talk about is accurate, then they let go, they relax. And then they build more and more evidence, and the castles start manifesting, and more buttons start manifesting, and gradually they come into the state of knowing, the state that I'm in, where they just know that their life is the charmed life, and they know that they are an eternal being, much more than their physical body, here for the fun of it and for the expansion. So that's where this client ended up after years of practice. And he doesn't even practice that strongly. He's not that diligent in the practice, and yet he's having this magical experience. So without further ado, I want to introduce this clip from our most recent session, in which he talks about the experiences he's having, experiences that have confirmed that I am not full of shit. Take a listen.
I spilled all these cherries on the ground, and next thing I know, I'm connecting to this family. I mean, that's like mind blowing, and that's like the tip of the iceberg. So I know I'm running over that. Like, my point is, like, about the timing of things and how things are unfolding. Like, I'm really leaning into just like trusting the process, trusting the, like, it's just like, I don't know. It's just, I've just been emotional every day in a good way of just being so grateful and appreciative. Like, I never knew life could be this full or this like calm and peace. It's like, but on the energetic, the spiritual, the non-physical level, it's been a mind-blowing like transfer, like a total shift of a magnitude I never thought was like possible. That I thought, like, Perry's full of shit. All this stuff he's talking about, like how happy he is and how like at peace and like this amazing, but like, like, I wanted to believe all that stuff for a really long time, but I had a lot of reservations. I think I was somewhat clear, about those reservations. Like, not, I'm being a little bit, facetious, like flippant about being full of shit. I didn't really, but you know what I mean, like. And now I'm like, I get it. I just like, I freaking get it. Like, this is crazy,
Can you hear the wonder and the confidence and the empowerment that this client is experiencing as a result of having the experiences that are confirming everything I've told him, that prove to him that I am not full of shit? Can you tell in his tone of voice how inspired he is in moving into a life experience where he is realizing everything he's wanting? This is one of the points of arrival for every client in the positively focused framework. Of course, you never fully arrive because we're eternal beings constantly expanding. So we're always arriving. We're arriving. We never get there. We are never finished because we're eternal. And so this client has gotten to the point where they are seeing overwhelming evidence of the charmed life, where the universe is providing everything they're wanting in surprising and delightful ways that some people call coincidence. But people in the know, people who are clear of what they are, give up using that word coincidence, because it's not coincidence. It's co-creation. It is the natural effect of what happens when one steps into their clarity, their knowing, their empowerment, their alignment with all that is. That's what everyone has come into physical reality for. Everyone comes into physical reality knowing the experiences they're going to have are going to contribute to the expansion of all that is and the expansion of themselves as microcosms of that all that is macrocosm. And they also knew that coming into physical reality would be a joyful, effortless experience. Why is it so many people aren't living that way then? Because they don't remember what they are. And they don't remember they're a deliberate creator. So they're creating indeliberately. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. Points of consciousnesses that are human beings come into this physical reality in order to expand. And some are coming in a little further behind, not further behind. Some are coming in with a little more to move through than others. And so it's never a good idea to compare one person's life experience with another, because every point of consciousness is coming in with their own unique experiences, their own unique past life momentum, and their own unique core values, which they're wanting to express. But if you look around, most human beings are in distress. Most human beings are focusing on things they don't want. And because of that, they don't get a lot of what they do want. The key to changing that is leaning in the direction of what you do want. In the positively focused framework, we describe how to do that. And as this client has demonstrated in this clip, it takes a few years, but once you get there, life takes on a magical quality. And once you have it, it doesn't leave you. I love knowing this. I love working with clients who are willing to dig in, to lean into the practice. It doesn't take a lot. Like I said, this client isn't doing the practice 100%, and yet he's still producing the result. The ones who are leaning in, they get the result that this client expressed in a quarter of the time. You get out what you put in. The good thing is, what you put in is paltry compared to the magnificence that occurs when you align with all that you are. I love knowing that. And my knowing is based on my own personal life experience. The joyful, charmed life where everything is happening for me effortlessly, orchestrated by the universe. You can have this too. It doesn't have to take long. And on the way, it's a joyous, fun, positive, affirming, empowering, inspiring experience, moment by moment. Want your version of this? Reach out. I have space on my calendar. And in the meantime, I'll see you in the next video, or maybe see you in the comments.